Thanks, Mick. Bit of a squally shower out the front here. So runners are sent on their way for this Trevor Scheu Memorial Novices Handicap hurdle. No one appeared in that much of a hurry to line up, and Marathon Trip in front of them, Letter at Dawn, is one of the first to show. Also racing quite handily towards the left-hand side is Paris Dixie towards the outside as they approach flight number 1. Letter at Dawn and Paris Dixie are over. Letter at Dawn just backed off that slightly, and Paris Dixie emerged with a narrow lead. The whole field tightly bunched, with Pottlewrath in black and yellow on the outside of the orange colours of Present Storm as they rise up the second. Foilmore the grey is towards the inner, and Wild Wilbur in orange and light blue. Ben Lilly in black and white, and Pottlewrath with the bend looming just being steadied back as well. So tightly bunched and no pace over the first two flights. Long, long way to go. Out in the lead, Letter at Dawn, from in second place Paris Dixie in the mauve and black colours. Foilmore saving ground, going round the inside in the black and green jacket. Wider out Present Storm in orange, and widest of all is Pottlewrath in black and yellow. Wild Wilbur and Ben Lilly still held up at the back of a tightly bunched field, who are led by Letter at Dawn towards flight number 3. Letter at Dawn by just over a length. Paris Dixie, Present Storm and Pottlewrath reading out in almost diagonal formation. Foilmore towards the right-hand side as they approach the third. Letter at Dawn gave it plenty of daylight, and a glance over the shoulder from Brian Hughes on Present Storm. To see Pottlewrath on his outside as well bunched, they head on towards the fourth. Paris Dixie, who's hurdled more economically than Letter at Dawn, and the same applied there. Letter at Dawn has backed off 2 of the first 4 flights and skied the other 2. And for the moment at least, it's cost Letter at Dawn the lead. That lead is with Paris Dixie as they move into the bend. Letter at Dawn and on the outside Present Storm are the next, with Pottlewrath wide out of Ben Lilly as they make the turn. Wild Wilbur amongst them, and Foilmore continuing to scrape the rail under James Best. So still very tightly bunched as they head towards the completion of their first circuit, but we're still well short of halfway in this 3¼ mile Trevor Scheu Memorial. And out in the lead it is Paris Dixie, has the advantage from Present Storm on the outside of Letter at Dawn. Pottlewrath has covered ground through the first circuit in black and yellow. Then Wild Wilbur, Ben Lilly on the outside, and the grey Foilmore is at the back. So a circuit under their belts, and the whole field is still covered by no more than 4 or 5 lengths as Paris Dixie leads them towards the first in the back straight. Present Storm and Pottlewrath have gone past Letter at Dawn, who's just beginning to lose the position on the inside. Another slow leap, not the first of the contest. Shuffles that horse back briefly to 5th. Wild Wilbur, Ben Lilly and Foilmore as Paris Dixie leads them on to the next flood of hurdles. Present Storm jumps up on the outside. Pottlewrath jumped to the left and inconvenienced Ben Lilly. Foilmore still remains the back marker. So the order as they leave the back straight, we're racing towards the halfway stage. Paris Dixie out on the front end for Dingle. Present Storm in second for Brian Hughes. Ground on the inside for Wild Wilbur under Jack Wildman. The fields remain tightly bunched. Pottlewrath wider out for Stan Shepherd. Black and white colours of Ben Lilly for Fergus Gillard. Foilmore, who was on the rails a circuit ago, has now moved off them, round the outside for James Best. And last of all, Letter at Dawn, who led early, but some slovenly jumping has steadily cost Letter at Dawn his position, and he is now last of the 7. At halfway, just a click down the neck for Ben Lilly, who's raced a little bit idly at times, considering there hasn't been a great gallop, and the field are still well bunched as they approach the 7th. Good, fast, economical leap by Present Storm joins Paris Dixie again. Short run between these 2 flights. Pottlewrath has moved into 3rd with Wild Wilbur, Ben Lilly, Foilmore and Letter at Dawn. And once again, they're all over. And again, Letter at Dawn skied that. And I think that might be enough for Letter at Dawn, who's landed a little bit steeply. And James Davis is swift to pull up Letter at Dawn. Hopefully there's nothing amiss. But the horse had steadily lost the position, not jumped with any confidence, and is the first one out of the race. So Letter at Dawn pulled up with a circuit to go and has been dismounted, so I hope he is okay, just walking a little bit short as they make their turn down the side. Paris Dixie on the inside of Present Storm. They're all well bunched. Wild Wilbur racing in 3rd place. Wild Wilbur with now Pottlewrath moving up on that one's outside. So they're so tightly bunched that the runners are interchanging places, although the lead is still disputed by Paris Dixie and Present Storm. But now Pottlewrath for the first time has come to join that pair. Folly-More races next, and behind Foil-More on the inside is Wild Wilbur. And despite being the back marker, Ben Lilly would only be 4 lengths off the pace. Pottlerath moves to Paris Dixie and Present Storm. They're over it together. Still Paris Dixie with a narrow lead. Right amongst horses, Foil-More and Wild Wilbur moving forward as well. Notably Foil-More, who's coming there quite strongly, the grey, as they take the next down the far side. That was 3 from the finish. Paris Dixie for Rex Dingle has the lead. Foil-More has moved through under James Best in company with Wild Wilbur and Jack Wildman. Then a couple of lengths back to Pottlerath, who has lost ground pretty rapidly. Likewise, Present Storm. Ben Lilly has always been towards the back. So out in the lead, it's Paris Dixie on the home turn. Every other rider working pretty hard in pursuit. Wild Wilbur in second, Foil-More in third. And no response really from Pottlerath, who's now been passed by Ben Lilly, who's plugging on at the 1 pace. So heading towards the second last and the home turn. It's Paris Dixie who has the lead. Wild Wilbur in second, Foil-More is third, and they remain away from Ben Lilly as they make their journey towards the second last flight of hurdles. And it's Paris Dixie out in front and galloping on stoutly. Has the advantage, and that advantage has grown to 5 or 6 lengths over the second last. Wild Wilbur in second, Foil-More and Ben Lilly fighting out third, but Paris Dixie has moved right away on the run towards the final flight of hurdles. Paris Dixie skips over it, clear of Wild Wilbur in second. Success for Rex Dingle, Anthony Honeyball, and get a good reception from the well-represented owners group who've seen Paris Dixie come home in their colours for a wide margin victory. Wild Wilbur was second, Foil-More third, Ben Lilly. Pottlerath does complete, but Present Storm